Welcome to the chaos sector. I have to apologize. Anyone who has followed our investigation, knows we have covered the important details. But, we have been going in circles, to the point, information has been momentarily forgotten. It's quite funny to be honest. The Albertson surveillance allegedly was captured later Sunday morning, around 12:50 p.m. Had to retrace back, to the previous series covering the case. Fact-checking ourselves, no problem. Now there is Albertsons in Clarkston, but there is also one in Idaho. We're not perfect by any means. If we go with the theory that Kohberger was stalking those college students, which one do you think he shopped at? I'm going with the one in Idaho. What better reason to travel to that one? In fact, to even get to the Albertsons in Clarkston, it's a faster commute, by crossing state lines into Idaho, then heading back to the state, into Clarkston. Let's examine. The suggested path, highlighted in blue, is only 41 minutes at 33 miles, while the longer path, highlighted in gray, is about an hour at 46 miles. So it appears my previous examination was correct, about Kohberger traveling to Idaho, just missed the Albertson in Clarkston. We make mistakes, but not grave ones. Now, if you examine where it says Lewiston, that would be Lewiston, Idaho. This is where the other Albertsons is located. If we zoom into this area, we see that location of the Albertsons. Now if Kohberger had traveled to a grocery store, approximately 8 hours after committing the murders, which location did he shop at? If he headed back to Pullman after the murders, then he would more than likely travel into Idaho, to get to the Clarkston location. But why would he even head to a grocery store, traveling through the state he had committed a crime in? We can assume he didn't travel along the river, which is a longer path to Clarkston. Although it's in the same state, it's far more grueling of a travel. What if he had car trouble, along a road that has no stores, gas stations, nothing to seek assistance from? It's more than likely, he took the easier, faster route, to either location, because that route leads to both locations fairly fast. But here's another question, that you should ponder. This claim of him spotted in surveillance at an Albertson in Clarkston, is on the same day he would have murdered those college students? Wouldn't it be wise for him to lay low, for a few weeks? I mean, he just brutally murdered those students, and less than 24 hours, he's out doing grocery shopping? Which either location you pick, would be in the vicinity to the scene of the crime? Is he a maniac? Does he want to get caught? Mind you, he's driving a light bulb at night, meaning, his white vehicle sticks out like a sore thumb. Now there are other white vehicles on the road, of course. But there is a chance that he is in traffic, where there aren't many white vehicles, right? What if someone spotted his vehicle that night, an actual person? They inform the officers, that they witnessed a white vehicle speeding down King Road. Kohberger would not know he was spotted, although he would have to assume it, due to the bright color of his vehicle, right? The point here, which has been examined prior, is that Kohberger would risk being captured the same day he committed the murders, in this scenario. A criminology student, would be more calculated, right? He would not drive a white vehicle to the scene, it's too risky at night. Heck, he could have been captured soon after, during those early hours, if things had gone different. What if Mortensen had called the authorities immediately after he exited the home, observed him enter into a white Hyundai Elantra, authorities arrive at the scene, and some are sent out to find that white Hyundai Elantra? He would be on the highway, but there is a chance, a great chance, that Moscow PD would assume the suspect fleet in this direction. Soon, they notify Washington State Police, be on the lookout for a white Hyundai Elantra, a killer is on the run. Now Washington State Police, notify Pullman PD, you get the picture? Kohberger wouldn't know how Mortensen would respond, although she may have appeared scared upon the encounter. Sure, but once the suspect leaves the home, she could have called the authorities. So you have a potential eyewitness spot his vehicle fleeing the scene, giving a description, and you have a witness in the home, giving a description. And to be honest, one of the first paths authorities search, is in fact a highway, because it's the fastest way to flee from a crime. Once on a highway, you can drive faster, and have multiple paths of escape, either by exiting the city, for a moment, or even exit the state. And since there is common commuting between both Washington and Idaho, authorities would definitely be on Kohberger's tail. In this scenario, that so-called traffic stop would literally be to investigate him for those murders, in real time. Also, it would perhaps be performed weeks prior, and, also in Pullman, Washington. There would be no need to confuse the public about what was the reason behind the stop. We can thank the FBI for that misdirection. This gigantic round trip of an analysis is just pointing out the inconsistencies, irrational claims, and contradictions of this investigation. There is no surveillance of Koberger at a grocery store, and if there is, it wasn't preceded by murders earlier that morning. So you have surveillance of some guy, doing a bit of grocery shopping, perhaps spotted him stealing an apple? Great detective work, you spotted petty theft. Way to go. This is the Chaos Sector. Thank you for your time.